Welcome back to the MCYTblr AUFest video guides. If the gameplay mechanics caught your eye and you want to sign up but don't know how, this is the guide for you. Let's walk through the sign-ups. If you want to sign up, the first thing that you must do is decide which event category you want to join, all ages or 18+. Each one will have its own collection. All ages will be open to participants 13 and over and will accept works of ratings from G to M, while the 18+ collection will be open to participants 18 and older. Once you have made your decision, it all starts by clicking this button, which will take you to a page like this. Now, the very first thing that you must do is to scroll all the way down, where you will find the offers box. To prevent your sign up from getting lost, please put anything you want in there. Just make sure that it's not something you want the mods to see, because we will not be able to see it. For my part, I chose a little kitty cat. Now you can scroll all the way back up to the box that says request number 1. Requests are where you will make your prompts, and they will be available to the public. Other participants will be able to see and browse your requests, and possibly make you gifts based on them to earn points during gameplay. The boxes look a little intimidating, but don't worry. Let's walk by it step by step, component by component. The very first component that you will fill is your fandoms. You can insert here all the fandoms that interest you with a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 3. These fandoms have been nominated alongside relationships by participants like you. For this example, I will fill this box with my first fandom, Empire's SMP Season 1. Next, in the characters box, you will choose the gift types that you would like to receive per request that you make. You can choose from art, fic, podfic, or webweaves, as those will be the allowed mediums for the event. For this first request, I have chosen fic, podfic, and webweaves as mediums that I would like to receive. And finally, in the relationship box, you will be able to choose from relationships nominated for the fandom that you have selected. I will fill this box with the relationships and characters that I would like to see. For this event, both platonic and romantic ships will be allowed, and polyamorous or friend groups can also be nominated. You will also have the option to use solo tags. Now we go on to the juicy part, the additional tags. If you watch the gameplay video, you know that there are 400 tags during gameplay. These tags vary in both the all ages and the 18+ collections. So if you are over 18 and looking to participate, we recommend you check both tags lists to see which one catches your eye more. 400 tags is a very intimidating number, but don't worry, the mods have got your back. They have created this specific sheet where you will be able to scroll through all the 400 tags within the set. Using the little checkboxes, select all the tags that interest you for the request that you are filling up. You will see them appear on the boxes on your right, on the additional tag list separated by commas. If you go over the 20 additional tag list limit, the column will line up blue, and any extra tags that you select will be placed in the white box labeled optional tags. Now you can copy the list of the first box, paste it into the additional tags, and hit enter. This will automatically separate them for you into tag form. You can do the same with the optional tags for whatever tags that you remain. The additional tags field can hold up to 20 tags, while the optional tags field does not have a limit. Feel free to choose as few or as many tags as you want. The minimum is 1. These tags are the ones that will be in play during rounds 1, 3, and 5 of the game, and will be claimed by whoever is writing for you, so feel free to give them as many options as you want. However, works created for you only need to match one of these tags to be considered a valid entry. Here's an important note. In the optional tags field of your sign-up, please only use tags from the set of whichever category you're in. If you're in the 18+ collection, only use 18+ tags. And if you're in the all ages collection, only use all ages tags. If there's a tag that you really like from the other category set, feel free to drop it in this box, the prompts and do not wants, and list them right in the text field. However, if you're in the all ages collection, do not put non-stay for work tags here, as they will not be permitted. Now we continue on. We pick the archive warnings that we can opt into. If you're in the 18+ collection, you will also be able to opt into non-con. It's recommended that you choose at least no archive warnings apply. And know this, even if you only choose graphic depictions of violence or major character death, it does not guarantee that your gift will contain these topics. You're only putting them on the table for whoever's creating for you. They do not have to use them obligatorily. Next, in the prompts and do not want list, we put all the things that we do not want to see, labeled as do not want, and prompts or ideas or likes that we would like to see, and pair up nicely with the tags that we have chosen. Remember that whoever makes a gift for you only has to match one of your tags and can add their own selection. So if there's a tag that you really don't want to see in the works gifted to you, make sure to add it to your do not want list. On the topic of do not want lists, remember that they must fulfill these 3 criteria. They must be polite, precise, and practical. Polite means that you must not bash tags, tropes, or characters mentioned in your do not want, as they may be somebody else's favorite. Please, let's all be nice to each other. Precise means that they must be specific and enforceable. For example, do not want dark content or vibes does not fulfill this criteria, as it is too broad and up for interpretation. What you consider dark may not be considered dark by others. Instead, let's try do not want violence, blood, and character death. This fulfills the criteria, and it is easy for the moderators to enforce. Lastly, your do not want must be practical. This means that it must be doable within the event and must not box other participants in. No magic after selecting AU Magical Girls is not really doable, as magic is part of the trope. Something like no Hunger Games AUs that are in a chapter by chapter retelling boxes in other participants and is just not really doable within this time frame. As you write your do not want, remember to keep it polite, precise, and practical. I fill my do not want with things that I don't want to see. These things can be general tropes or they can be really specific. I've marked that I do not want major character death, and that I don't want specific headcanons for specific characters, while keeping it polite, practical, and precise. Your prompts and likes can be something as simple as I love happy endings, or a specific AU that you would like to see. If you do not have any prompts, you don't have to put them in here, but your do not want list must be in every prompt that you submit. If you don't have a do not want list, feel free to write do not want, no restrictions. But again, we have a very wide range of tags that people will be trying to score points on, so make sure you're ready to commit to that. You will do this process 2 more times for requests 2 and 3, and you can add up to 10 requests. Once you are done with your sign up, you may press the submit button. You have a maximum of 10 requests per sign up, but if you have more ideas, feel free to drop them in the prompt collection of the event, which you can find by clicking on the sub-collections tab on your left hand. However, before you get onto that, there's one more step that you must complete. On the event's Discord server, you will find this form that you must fill. It will ask you for your general information, like the archive of our own account that you signed up from, the Discord username with which we can find you, which collection you signed up to, and what kind of work you primarily make. For this question, you can only select one medium, as it will help the moderators balance things out. But don't worry, if you make multiple of these, you will still be able to use multiple mediums during gameplay. Just remember that you have a work cap per round. Next, we will ask if you prefer to make longer or shorter works, and whether your availability will remain the same throughout the gameplay. Finally, we will ask the most important question: how competitive are you? Please don't feel pressure to select one or another option. From the players who love to be competitive to the players who really are just here for vibes and teamwork, all are welcome, and we the mods will find a place for you. We will also ask about any alternate accounts that you could be using during gameplay, which will make it easier for the mods to track who has been gifted and who hasn't been gifted, and if you have any comments, you can let us know here. Once you are done, select the send button. And that's it, you're all done, and you've signed up to this year's edition of AUFest. We are so happy to have you, and we will see you soon.